So we are back here at Abu Dhabi for Compass. Day one right now, and Banks is back in the UAE. I mean, you've been doing a bunch of stuff. Like, how's it going? How are you? What have you been up to?
Well, you know, I've been here many times, right? I've always been coming back. The AD game guys are always looking after us. But this time, I've got to do some things I'd never done before. So I went to the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, and they gave us an experience where it was not like the normal way you can go, you know. It was a very VIP space and pictures I could go where other people, there was no barriers. And I was like, first of all, I've seen mosques in London. I've never been inside one. I've seen what they look like. This is next level. This is stunning. It's so magical. And I'd say breathtaking is the perfect word to use to describe it. We also went to the Louvre, so we got to have a bit of an exploration around that. Now, I've been to the one in Paris multiple times, so the first time to go in Abu Dhabi. So this was more of a cultural few days than normally I went for the thrill-seeking few days. So we had a bit of change of pace, and now it's Counter-Strike.
Exactly, and like bringing it to Counter-Strike, you know, do you want to give us your hot take on what's happened so far? And like, you know, where do we think it's going to go? Do you have some hot favorites for the finals?
Well, some of the favourites I had for the whole tournament didn't even make it this far, so maybe I'm not the person to ask anymore. I thought Complexity was going to do well. They didn't make it. They went 2-0 on the first day and then went 0-3 and flopped big time. Mongols, though, doing better than I expected. I'm really happy to see them doing well. These guys from Mongolia have been at some of the really big events across the whole year. They're always qualifying, always trying to have some success. And actually, this time around, they came through stronger than I've ever seen them. And they're a really exciting team to watch. A bit of a fast, I'd say like rush down style play, but they've got this unique ability to sometimes just control games they should never have a chance in. And I think the one thing that's going to be interesting for them is they're already in the semi-finals, so they didn't have to play today. They're waiting to see who their opponent's going to be, which means for me it's either whoever wins out of them and the other team in that side of the bracket, so whoever they face. If Mongols win, I think they win the whole tournament. If maybe, I don't know, if it's Astralis or BetBoom, if one of those two teams win, it'll probably be them that win the whole thing. That's my way of it. Because on the other side of the bracket, I think the other teams are a bit more too shaky.
I mean, just from chatting to some of the teams a few days ago, they've had a lot of roster changes. It seems like there's a lot of things changing. Even though we're kind of nearing the end of the season, they're still changing things around. Is that just a common thing that happens with these teams?
I think some people are trying to jump the gun because when you get to the player break and into the next season, you already want to have a player signed, have a player in mind or try to get it signed, so you're not fighting with other people, yeah? So say like your contract is up and you're like, okay, I want a team for the next season. Do you want to wait at the moment and maybe other player gets picked, or do you want to say, look, hey, you can take me now? There's a different way of doing it. Some teams are trying to get ahead of the curve, you know, and be ready for the next major, the next season, the next cycle. So it's all about however they want to play it strategically. But like right now, Blame F's being tested on Fnatic. They've gone to a playoffs for the first time in, I don't know, I can't remember the last time they were in a playoffs position. So it's like, this is a great first start for them to be on LAM. And I think this is just, it depends on what the teams want for it, because like some of the more stable teams right now, if you look at like a FaZe or maybe a Na'Vi, they're probably not going to make changes. They're going to wait, right? And they're just going to see what things happen. So then you won't have opportunities to join them. So it's all a wait and see. It's a bit of a waiting game in there.
Fair enough. Well, I think you pretty much covered it all. I guess this is only day one. We've got 2 more days to go, and maybe Mongols are going to take it. I guess we'll see. Thanks, mate.
Let's see if they can get it done. Let's see if I'm right. You come back to me on Sunday. We'll wait and see.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. We'll come back to this and I'll be like, God damn it, I was so wrong. This was terrible.